Hey everyone, this is Athletes in Antiquities, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about, are alt arts really the next gold stars? So before we start, I just want to apologize for my voice. I have a bit of a sore throat, so my voice is very froggy right now, and I was just going to wait to make a lot of videos until after my throat got better, but I thought I'd just make some right now because I'm thinking about it, and next weekend I'll be busy. So yeah, if it sounds really gross, just sorry about that. Just try and get past that. So yeah, so in today's video, I want to talk about alt arts compared to gold stars, because in a previous video I made a video about like the poor man's alt arts, like alternatives to these modern chases, and it did really well. It was very well received. But in that video, I made a statement that alternate arts are the next gold stars. And I didn't do a very good job explaining what I meant by that, because in some ways I think it's true, but there are a lot of ways where gold stars are just astronomically above alt arts. So I want to kind of explain that dichotomy here. I'm gonna give you first my argument on why I think they are the next gold stars, and then I'm gonna give you my argument for why they're not. And you can kind of draw a conclusion between those, or just let me know in the comments where you think they stand. So in terms of how gold stars, so why alt arts can compare favorably to gold stars, is it's the first time in a while we've gotten such beautiful cards with such high rarity. So gold stars, it was during the EX era, about a 1 in 2 boxes to 1 in 3 boxes pull rate, depending on the set. The later gold star sets like EX Power Keepers was a bit more common than the earlier ones. But beautiful cards. That was the first time in a real set card that a Pokemon's picture went outside the border. It was very interesting. Great cards. But so now with alt arts, this is the first time we've had such a beautiful card with a similar rarity. We haven't had a 1 in 2 boxes or 1 in 3 boxes pull rate for really anything since gold stars. You could argue those like gold cards from like legendary treasures maybe, but like those weren't really a staple thing. So that's why I think they are comparable, because the hobby wanted something. They wanted something beautiful that was hard to obtain, so there was some satisfaction, some difficulty to really achieve them. And in that respect, Pokemon crushed it. But that's just kind of a very quick, like, surface level. That's the main comparison. But pretty much everything you look at deeper than that, alternate arts can never really touch gold stars. And I'm primarily going to talk about rarity here. So in terms of how many boxes it takes to open an alternate art, it's comparable. But what people aren't realizing is gold stars were being pulled in a time when the hobby was at the very lowest, like EX Dragon, EX Emerald, that kind of era. The hobby was at its very lowest, so very few boxes were printed, and also no one was keeping good care of them. Kids were putting them in their back pocket. Kids were doing whatever. They were destroying their cards. So very few good copies of the EX era are still around. And now boxes are so astronomically expensive that no one's really opening new ones. And when people do, like, everyone's posting about it. It's crazy when someone opens a new gold star. So I'm gonna drink a bit of water here. But now with alt arts, the product is still on shelves, and we've already seen such a higher population. So I'm gonna compare the top gold star to the top alt art. So you got Rayquaza Gold Star from EX Dragon. In total at PSA, any grade, I'll put these up on screen. In total graded at PSA at the time of this video, there's 701 that have been graded. 701 Gold Star Rayquazas. That's from 1 to 10. And there's only been 47 10s. But now let's look at the full art Moonbryon. What pretty much the most popular alt art. 2,600 already graded with over 2,000 10s. That's ridiculous. And one thing people have to realize is this product is still on shelves. Evolving Skies is expensive now, it's about doubled in price, but it's still very available sealed. There are thousands more that can come out of packs, and there are thousands more that will come out of packs. But another thing to notice is this data can skew even more in favor of Gold Star Rayquaza, for the point that when people have been grading Moonbryon, the ones that have come back have all been from expensive PSA tiers. For a while, pretty much all that you had available was $50 or more for PSA. And recently they opened up $30 a card in June, I think. And in July, they had the $18 a card special. But a lot of those cards haven't even come back yet. So we haven't even seen that influx of grading from that time. $30 a card has come back a little bit. It's starting to trickle in. $18 a card, very few have come back. There's been a few random cases of people getting $18 cards back very quickly, but that's a very minority situation. So for the most part, all the $30 and $18 Moonbryons are still at PSA, and we have no idea what that's going to look like. So yeah, as cheaper grading starts to flesh out more, this population can go crazy. And also with, I talked about it a little bit, but I just want to give you some numbers on this. So for the Gold Star Rayquaza PSA 10, that's a ratio of 6.7%. You have about a 7% chance to grade a PSA 10 Gold Star, or 7% that have been graded have received 10s. This is a better way to say that. But with Umbreon, it's 82%. You have a 1 in 5 chance of getting anything below a 10. 6.7% 10s to 82% 10s. Because everyone takes good care of modern cards. Even kids are putting cards in sleeves as soon as they get it. That was not a thing when we were kids. That was no one had sleeves unless you were playing like in a deck or something. So there's not a whole lot to really go into more in this video. I just kind of wanted to explain that difference there and kind of see what your guys' opinions are, because personally I love alternate arts, but aside from this one that I bought because it was like 15 bucks, I'm not touching them right now because I think people are very irrational with them, and I think they're going to come down as this population starts to come back in droves. So let me know what you guys think about this. How do you guys view the alt art market right now? Are you personally collecting them? Are you personally holding out? How do you see them long term? Because I think long term, it's going to be real tough for these alt arts to be maintaining the prices they're getting now. It's just, there's so much with supply and demand working against it that it could still happen. It could still, the supply could trump a large demand, but it's going to be an uphill battle. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you have to say. And as always, if you have another video suggestion, just let me know in the comments. Thanks. Bye.